Good morning, children. Welcome to the first class of chemistry of class 11th. We are going to start with chapter number 1 today. The name of the chapter is Some Basic Concepts of Chemistry. So let us start this. Just read this quote. This quote says, "Chemistry is the science of molecules and their transformation. It is the science not so much of the 100 elements but of the infinite variety of molecules that may be built from them." Ronald Hoffman. Roald Hoffman was a famous chemist, and he said that chemistry is not about only the 100 plus molecules that you see in the periodic table. It is actually about the whole possibilities of combination of these molecule elements and forming different molecules, the reactions between them. So basically chemistry is a very deep subject. Let us now discuss some basic things about chemistry, some introduction about chemistry. You are learning chemistry since a very junior classes, very early stage. You know that chemistry is basically when you talk about very basic constituents of matter, that is atoms and molecules. Atoms, you know, these are the very small particles which on combination forms molecules, and they give identity to the compounds. If you see what are the importance of chemistry in our everyday life, then you must know that science is divided into basically three disciplines: chemistry, physics and biology. Some also include geology. Chemistry is the branch of the science that actually deals with the composition, property and interaction of matter. It is actually very, you can say, very minute concepts are discussed in chemistry. You can say this is a bridge subject where physics biology combines together. Physics and biology combines together. Hence, chemistry plays a central role in science and is often intervened with other branches of science like physics, bio, geology, etc. It also plays an important role in the daily life. If you see where are the applications of chemistry, then there are n number of places where you can find the application of chemistry. Like it can be used to create fertilizers, alkalis, acids, salts, dyes, polymers, drugs, soaps, detergents, metals, alloys, other inorganic and organic chemicals, contributes in the national economy up to a great extent. It also plays very important role in meeting the human food need. As you know that with the growing population we need to have a larger crop yield, and this is only possible if we have a good quality of pesticides, fertilizers which can help in doubling or tripling the amount, or actually multiplying it to the n number of quantity produced by the crops. There are life-saving drugs like cisplatin and Taxol is also gift of chemistry, which can be used in the treatment of deadly diseases like cancer, AIDS, AZT. Azidothymidine is a kind of chemical which is used for treating the AIDS victim. And like this, chemistry has n number of applications in our daily life. You cannot segregate any part of science if you want to think that chemistry is not the part of that. Like even if you want to have a better designs or to synthesize any new material which is used in the physical apparatus like electrical, magnetical or optical apparatus, then also you need chemistry. You need to, if you want to create any miniature, just nanosciences are in very highlight nowadays, so that is also can't be possible without the use of chemistry. As we know, CFC is used as a refrigerant, was actually used as a refrigerant, and this was found to be a threat for the ozone layer, as it was causing the ozone layer depletion. Chemists have thought and they have searched for another refrigerant made by nitrogen oxide, which can be used as a refrigerant instead of CFC. So they are also working towards saving the environment. Yes, of course, anything, if it has positive effect, it does have negative effect, and so do chemistry also has. But like plastic polymers are the major threat to the environment, and the chemists are working towards it, that how we can make the world a better place to live. So bacha, this is all about the general introduction of chemistry. Let's see that what is the nature of matter. Up, and we all know that matter is anything which occupies space and has volume. So matter is divided into basically three categories, and these three categories are solid, liquid and gases. We all know the basic properties of solid, liquids and gas, so much discussion is not needed over here. Now matter is, we have to discuss little bit about this chart, as we have already discussed this in the lower class also. Matter is divided into two categories, mixture and pure substance. Mixture is of two types, homogeneous and heterogeneous. Mixture is basically when two or more substances are combined together in a mixed ratio, when the ratio is not fixed, that how much amount of solute you are adding into the solvent. So it is of, that is called mixture. A mixture is of two types, homogeneous and heterogeneous. Homogeneous mixture, when the composition of the solute remain uniform in the solvent, means when the solution is has a uniform composition. Heterogeneous means when the composition of the solute is not uniform in the solvent, means the composition is non-uniform throughout the solution. Here it is uniform throughout the solution. Now pure substances क्या होते हैं? Pure substances contain only one or similar kind of particles. It does not have a different type of molecules in it, only single type of molecules or atoms. It is of two types, elements and compounds. Element have only one type of atom. It comprises of only one type of atom, and compound also have one type of molecule. Right, this has only one type of atoms, this has only one type of molecule. Like if you say iron element, then it contain only iron atoms. Now if you say water, then water contain only H2O, the molecule is H2O, so there are number of H2O present in it. So this is something very basic, and we have discussed this since very junior classes. We have discussed about it, so I don't think you will have much problem over here. One diagram is here, this can help you. These are the atoms of hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, copper, sodium, ऐसा बताया हुआ है. Now when the atoms of similar type combine together, it forms molecule, a molecule of hydrogen. This is what element is. And if similarly oxygen are combining and they are forming the molecules of element. And if we are having molecule atoms of different element like hydrogen and oxygen, then it is forming water. One carbon, two oxygen, then it is forming carbon dioxide. So these are basically molecules of compound. So in compound, the atoms are combined together in a fixed ratio. Okay, so I hope this much is clear to everyone. Okay.